No, Umar, this is not a surprise test. I've told about this in the last class. 22nd November test will be there. 10 marks and half an hour. Nabil, you want to say something?
No, sir.
I think, Umar, it's your responsibility to watch the lecture, isn't it? If you have missed any lectures. I didn't remember you were there or not. You watched it? So it must be there, no? The recordings. Yeah, I said it at last. And I didn't remember that you were there or not there in the last class. Hmm. No, Omar. Like, if I will have a class, then I will announce it in the class. That would at least make you guys attend the class and watch the full recordings. Okay. So for these type of 10 marks test, I will not announce on. Yeah, classes are more important, na, Umar? What do you say? Classes are more important. Classes तो announced भी रहती हैं, उसमें भी लोग नहीं आते हैं. Okay. But when you will have those full chapter test, तो उसके लिए तो schedule रहेगा. Okay. But for these 10 marks, I mean, I may even forget because मेरे ध्यान में नहीं था ये, ठीक है, कि like I have to take a test इस तरह से. But once I saw that I have covered a few lectures in carbonyl compounds, then I thought that maybe if I will take tests, you guys will prepare and come. So you can also, I mean, at that time you will revise also. This is from carbonyl compounds. Nabil, I have got your answer. Okay. and I will write the answers right now only. After the test, you all will mark yourself. Okay, this was an easy one.
So, sir, I have
Yes,
a
Asta, tell me. Hello.
so for the third question, the first
Mm-hmm.
part,
Mm-hmm.
won't like the answer have the double bond, the reaction like in
Correct.
the
Yeah,
first.
yeah. Correct. Thanks. 5 more minutes, guys. 5 more minutes. Send the answers. I mean, if it is like in 1 or 2 pages, now you can send on WhatsApp also. Just photos. No need to make any PDFs. Asta, you also forgot that double bond.
Yes, sir, sir.
No problem. Okay, time's up. Let me write the answers. Also, please check your answers. In the first case, you can see that it is a primary alcohol. So it is going to give you, and it is a weak oxidizing agent. So it is going to give you aldehyde. We have 1, 2, 3 carbon atoms, 1, 2, 3 carbon atoms, and CHO. This is 2-degree alcohol, and this is also a weak oxidizing agent. That is why we are going to get ketone with 3 carbon atoms, right? 1, 2, 3 carbon atoms, and there will be a ketone. The reagent in both of these cases, it is better to use PCC in both the cases. Okay, whenever you have alkene, try to use PCC. Now with CrO3, some people have written for ketone CrO3, but CrO3, if you have it in acidic condition, even if you add water to it, it gets converted into CrO4 to negative, and that becomes a very strong oxidizing agent, and that is going to give you some kind of cleavage. So just to be safe, use PCC. Okay, just to be safe, use PCC. Now regarding the
Sir, but CrO3 is also correct, right, sir?
हाँ आपके केस में चलेगा.
So K2Cr2O7 is also right now instead of PCC.
What? Cr2O7?
K2Cr2O7.
No. That is a strong oxidizing agent, right?
So we have written it like in our notes.
But that will not be the case if you have double bonds. एक second.
In methods of preparation by operation.
But just a second.
Yes, so there in the third one.
To stop the oxidation at ketone stage, CrO3 or any milder oxidizing agent will be used, like PCC. थर्ड वन में तो आपके पास लेकिन कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड बनेगा. ओके
Okay, sorry. I think it's more up or this is not that. It's a
Also see.
method of preparation by oxidation. In that
नहीं,
other
that's
one example.
हाँ, that is true. ठीक, मतलब आप जो उसमें हमने क्या लिखा है? Yeah, PCC only. See, you're talking about this one.
Yes, sir.
That doesn't have a double bond.
If double bond is not, then we can write it, no? K2.
हाँ, if double bond is not, but still I'm going to say, write PCC. ठीक है? If they are giving you K2Cr27, उसके लिए आप ध्यान रखिए कि क्या बोलते हैं आपके पास क्या है. You can get ketone. But if they are asking you the reagent, remember that only use PCC ना. Okay, only use PCC. एक reagent याद रखिए, that is going to give you always aldehyde and always ketone, है ना? And you're not going to mess it up. Okay?
Yes, sir.
That's right. Also, एक चीज वो है, and मान लीजिए आपसे अगर वाइवा में पूछेंगे ना कोई, and if he's a experimentalist, then he's always going to look for answers such as a PCC, because K2Cr2O7 it gives very bad yield. Okay, so many of these bond cleavage happens and it forms carboxylic acid and some other compounds also. So that is why K2Cr2O7 नहीं लिखे, नहीं आप याद रखिए उसको उतना ज्यादा. अगर आपको if you want to go to carboxylic acid from 1-degree alcohol, then it is fine. But if you want to have aldehyde and ketone, remember PCC. Okay, from alcohols. Okay, we have this remaining. Alpha methoxy propionyaldehyde. So first of all, we'll write propionyaldehyde. Propionyaldehyde will have what? How many carbon atoms? 3 carbon atoms. One, two, three carbon atoms. CHO and alpha methoxy. What is the alpha carbon? Which one is the alpha carbon? Tell me. 1, 2, or 3. Which one is the alpha carbon? 2 is the alpha carbon. Correct. 2 is the alpha carbon. And alpha carbon has methoxy group. Methoxy means OCS3. Second, 3-hydroxy butanol. So we have first of all the parent. Whenever you are going from formula to structure, you will write the parent. Parent is but 1, 2, 3, 4, and it is Al. That means it is aldehyde. This will be CHO. Then we have 3-hydroxy. Start from here 1, 2, and this is 3-hydroxy. So OH will be here. Got it, guys? Yes or no? Right. Next, third one is 3-hydroxy cyclopentane carbaldehyde. So write the we'll write the parent first. Cyclopentane. Cyclopentane is cyclopentane, and it is 2-hydroxy carbaldehyde. Any carbon you can add it as CHO, and just next to it will be OH, because this is always going to be 1, and hydroxy is in the second position, so they will be adjacent to each other. Any doubt here? I hope not. Right. The fourth one is oxopentanal, pent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have also this will be CHO. This will be 1, 2, 3. This is 4th carbon atom which is having oxo. That means double bond O. Fifth is disec butyl ketone. So first of all, you write ketone. What is ketone? C double bond O, and there is secondary butyl 2 times. Okay, so this group here, this is secondary butyl. Why it is secondary butyl? It has 4 carbon atoms. That is why it is butyl. Why it is secondary? Because the point of attachment is a 2-degree carbon. This is a 2-degree carbon. Okay, this is the point of attachment, which is a 2-degree carbon. Now, sixth one, 4-fluoroacetophenone. Acetophenone is something that you have to remember. Acetophenone is with when you have ketone with a CH3 and benzene, and 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, that is para. So this will be your compound. ठीक है, प्लीज चेक करके मार्क्स भेज दीजिए खुद से, ऑल ऑफ यू. Can you show the product question? Yeah, sure. नबील, आपका क्या गलत हो गया? नबील अहमद,
Sir,
what is wrong? कौन सा
sir,
सवाल?
structures का sir, fourth one.
फोर्थ वन स्ट्रक्चर क्या बनाया था आपने?
Added cyclic pentanol.
अच्छा, ऑक्सो. अच्छा, ओके. Okay, Hishma, आपका क्या गलत हुआ? Let me see.
So in the drawing structures, the fourth one
Structure.
and sixth one.
ओ डबल बॉन्ड आपने क्यों? ओहो, अच्छा चलिए, सिक्स्थ वन, एसिटोफेनॉल नहीं पता था आपको? एसिटोफेनॉल नहीं याद था आपको? ओके ओके, आस्था व्हाट अबाउट यू? आपका क्या गलत हुआ? एक तो
Sir, both
ये तो
were the structures only, like the CH, the numbering, I wrote it on the other side. One was that. The second one and the fourth one. Both I wrote just adjacent to the carbon.
ओ
Numbering
नंबरिंग
ही
में
गलत था.
नंबरिंग
हाँ, बात.
नंबरिंग गलत है. What about others? हाँ ओके अमर सेन, yours also ना, हम देख लेंगे. आस्था you got, Ishma you got it ना, आस्था you got. Salman, what about you?
I got the third question, second one. Only that wrong.
Sir, how the third, second one PCC?
Why not? हाँ कराया तो है ना, आप लोगों को नहीं कराया हमने जी, मतलब हमने कुछ दूसरा सवाल भी नहीं दिया था. If you have written CrO3, it is not wrong. Okay,
Oh, okay.
CrO3 पे चलेगा, ठीक है. If you have written CrO3 for this, but still I am saying, एग्जाम में आपको PCC लिखेगा, ठीक है, because like we don't know whether CBSE gives a like the list of answers or something, या फिर टीचर अपने हिसाब से चेक करते हैं. Now अगर टीचर अपने हिसाब से चेक करते हैं, and if you are showing me CrO3 and if it is water, then it gets converted into a strong oxidizing agent, है ना, and so it is basically safe to write PCC. ठीक है, that's it I'm saying. You can't decide on your marks, Muhammad Umar. Send your marks, Salman, Khalid.
बोलिए.
Technically, Khalid, technically you are getting 10 out of 10. Yeah, I would say so. What about you, Umar? Okay, you have given yourself marks. Fourth one is not right though. Fourth structure you have written CH2 and also double bond. That is giving carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bonds. That is not possible, no? And I hope that does not require revision. CH3, CH2. You have written double bond like this. Okay, there are some other things here. All of your strength. obviously it is going to people are going to detect marks. आपको क्या लगता है हमने बॉन्डिंग स्ट्रक्चर क्यों सिखाया है आप लोगों को, बताइए। बॉन्डिंग स्ट्रक्चर में आप लोगों को ये सारी चीजों को ना ध्यान में नहीं रखना पड़ता है। ओके, कि कितने हाइड्रोजन्स रहेंगे, ठीक है। कार्बन में आप अगर 6 बॉन्ड डालिएगा तो जो केमिस्ट्री का टीचर है उसको तो दिल में लग जाएगी ना वो चोट, 4 बॉन्ड से ज्यादा बनता नहीं है और आप 6 बॉन्ड बना रहे हैं। वो तो 12th में आपके स्ट्रक्चर के मार्क्स काटेगा, फिर वो सोचेगा कि केमिकल बॉन्डिंग इसको किसने पढ़ाया है, राइट। तो स्ट्रक्चर इज रॉन्ग, मार्क्स कटेंगे। एंड इवन इफ यू हैव समथिंग लाइक दिस, मान लीजिए आपने इस तरह से लिख दिया ना 1 2 क्या बोल रहे हैं, जैसे let me give up a structure like this. You have OH and you have OH. So 1 2 3 4. So this is 2 3 है ना, ठीक है। तो यहाँ पे आपके पास ये हो जाएगा ब्यूटेन 2 3 ol, ठीक है। So what is the only mistake here? The only mistake is that you have written a dash instead of a comma. You will get 0 marks, ठीक है। So IUPAC nomenclature is kind of a bit tricky thing. तो थोड़ा ध्यान से देखिएगा इनको, okay. Even if you miss a comma, there will be marks deducted. Yeah, it will be butane 2,3 diol. Okay, so till now we have learned 2 different methods for the preparation of aldehydes and ketones, and we were learning the methods of preparation from which we can prepare. Sorry.
Can you scroll up for a second?
Yeah, sure. Till now we have learned 2 methods for the preparation of aldehyde and ketones, and one is oxidation. We can oxidize from alcohols. We can prepare both ketones and aldehydes. And with alcohol only we have seen 2 methods. One is oxidation and the other is dehydrogenation. Oxidation is when you are going to use oxidizing agents such as PCC in this case, only remember that, and CrO3 only if you are having ketone or something. But in dehydrogenation we use hot copper. Both of these reactions were also present in the chemical properties of alcohol. So it is just a repetition here. Can I move on, Umar?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, please write next method of preparation, that is from hydrocarbons. Let me just see the colors, what I have been using. Blue. From hydrocarbons. When I write double bond and an oxidizing agent, I mean to say that PCC is not interfering with your double bond. That's it. Okay. But if you are going to use Cr2O3, then both of these will also become OH, or maybe ketone also one of them. Okay. And maybe sometimes if you give a bit of heat, this bond is going to break and you're going to get ketone and aldehyde and aldehyde here. Okay. So weird things happen if you use strong oxidizing agent with double bond. When I use PCC, I mean to say that PCC does not interfere with the double bond. That's it. Now, from hydrocarbons, and you are going to write the first using, that is hydration of alkynes. Okay, hydration of alkynes. Write number A by hydration of alkynes. Now, maybe you guys don't remember, but this was present in the chapter hydrocarbons of your 11th standard. And take a very simple general example of an alkyne. When we add water to it in the presence of dilute H2SO4 and HgSO4, we get a enol. Enol में क्या होता है? See, this whenever you are having water in a double bond, there will be addition reaction. Addition reaction में क्या होगा? Hydrogen will get in one of the carbon, OH will get on the other carbon. Okay, so what happens? You get RC hydrogen, and one of the pi bonds breaks. You get double bond here, carbon, and you get OH here, and then R. Now, when you have a structure in which the carbon has a double bond and also a hydroxy group, these type of compounds are known as enol, and these are a bit unstable. This is known as enol. And whenever you have enol, it transfers into its keto form. When it transfers into keto form, what happens is this hydrogen is abstracted by this carbon atom, and there is a double bond which is formed. Second. This pi bond is given to this hydrogen, and this hydrogen breaks the bond and it gives double bond to that carbon and oxygen. So what you get here is a keto form, which is R, C, H. This double bonds converts to single bond, carbon R and double bond O. Please write with me. Aldehydes and ketones can be prepared by aldehydes and ketones can be prepared by hydration of alkynes in the presence of dilute H2SO4 and HgSO4. Next point, water adds to alkyne forming unstable enol, which rearranges to form aldehyde and ketones. Write some examples. See, if you have H, C triple bond C, H plus water in the presence of dilute H2SO4 and HgSO4. Then in this case, now both of these carbons are same, so you can add hydrogen to any one, oxygen, OH to any one. You are going to get something like this. C triple bond H, hydrogen adds here, OH adds here. This is again enol, which is unstable. This will rearrange to its keto form. Its keto form will be this carbon will get one more hydrogen, that means CH3, and this will become CHO. Now the main trouble is when you have asymmetrical alkyne, that is unsymmetrical alkyne. When you have CH3, C triple bond, carbon, and there is a hydrogen here. Now you can very easily see that both of these triply bonded carbon atoms are different, right? Both of these are different. Why? One is bonded to CH3 and the other one is bonded to CH. One is bonded to CH3 and the other one is bonded to CH. Now, please remember, negative part will add on to which carbon atom? Negative part will add on to which carbon atom? The carbon atom which is more substituted. So, OH, it is going to get onto this carbon atom, the green one. What rule is this? Tell me. नेगेटिव पार्ट एडिशन में आपके पास मार्कोनिकॉव रूल है हमेशा, ठीक है? डबल बॉन्ड कार्बन, this carbon is going to get one more hydrogen, this carbon which is more substituted is going to get OH. Now when you have OH in the non-terminal carbon, that means बीच वाले कार्बन में अगर आपके पास है तो you are obviously going to get ketone. You will get CH3, this carbon will get double bond O, and this hydrogen will shift to the double bonded carbon atom that is adjacent to the carbon here, becomes CH3. Done everyone? Yes or no, please tell me.
No, sir, wait.
Okay. आपके एनसीईआरटी में तो ये दिया हुआ भी नहीं है, ठीक है? मतलब टॉपिक दिया हुआ है, उन्होंने रिएक्शन कुछ नहीं दिया, उन्होंने बोला 11th में जाके पढ़ लीजिए फिर से दोबारा से. They have given that ये chapter's name at all. Also for the next one, that is ozonolysis by alkene, same thing in NCERT. So NCERT is enough to give you directions. वो आपको सब कुछ बता देगा कि कहाँ पे देखना है, कहाँ नहीं देखना है. इसमें टाइम लगता है NCERT पढ़ने के लिए, इसलिए बोलते हैं बच्चे को कि NCERT पढ़िए. NCERT makes you work. Do you remember those the first times you saw in 9th class maths textbook में या फिर 10th class में maths textbook में they will give you examples, okay? Some proving examples was there when you first get introduced to trigonometry, and उसमें उन्होंने कुछ steps लिखा रहेगा और फिर bracket में वो दिया रहेगा y. You remember those? या पढ़ा नहीं आप लोगों ने? Oh sorry, आप लोगों ने तो 10th का बोर्ड ही नहीं दिया है. My bad. Sorry guys, sorry. But I don't know. You guys should remember though. That was the first time NCERT start messing up with your hand, messing up with your head here. It was trigonometry, if I remember correctly. Trigonometry, introduction to trigonometry. Done, Umar?
No, sir, wait.
अरे जल्दी लिखिए भाई.
Done.
Okay. This was the question. You see these parts. सॉल्यूशन दिया सॉल्यूशन में, लेकिन उन्होंने खुद से आपसे पूछ लिया, बताइए क्यों हो रहा है, व्हाई इज दैट? दिस इज फ्रॉम 10th क्लास बाय द वे. व्हाई?
Curiosity.
एनसीईआरटी. सॉरी.
To mess with your
Curiosity.
curiosity.
हाँ, to mess with you, exactly, to make you work. I mean, even if they are giving examples and solution, but they want you to work to know why. Okay, right, next. By ozonolysis of alkene. Second part. B. Ozonolysis of alkenes. Let's see what happens here. First of all, if carbon double bond carbon and bonded carbon atoms will be attached to two different groups. First of all, we oxidize this with O2. We add O2. When you add O2, you get this type of compound: carbon, oxygen, and then again carbon, oxygen, and these two groups are as it is. Okay, this is known as ozonide. Now, when you react this with zinc and H2O, some cleavage happen, which is like this. And you get carbon double bond O, plus you get double bond O, carbon with the groups as it is. Okay, so very good example. अगर हम बहुत simple example लें यहाँ पे, let's suppose you have something like this. CH2 double bond CH2 plus O2, it is going to give you CH2, oxygen, CH2, oxygen and oxygen. Now, in the presence of zinc H2, this type of cleavage happens, and it will be carbon double bond O, two hydrogens like this, plus oxygen, carbon double bond O, two hydrogens like this.
Sir,
Now, it seems that
O3, right, sir?
my bad, sorry. My bad, yeah, O3. Okay, but it is not that you will always get symmetrical or same products. But if you have something like this, double bond CH2, O3, second step zinc H2O, then you break this bond like this, and you get one oxygen here and another oxygen here. So make the cyclopentane double bond O. ठीक है, double bond O, और यहाँ पे आपके पास plus, you can write CH2 double bond O. You can write furthermore like something like this. If you have something like this, O3, in the second step you have zinc H2O. This is going to break oxygen and another oxygen here. So you have three carbon atoms, double bond O, plus three carbon atoms, double bond O. Write these examples. So you can see that you are going to get aldehydes also and ketones also. Done, everyone? Done, guys?
Yes, sir, done.
Now please write. Alkenes react with ozone. To form ozonide, which on further treatment with zinc dust and water gives corresponding aldehyde and ketones. Now, all of these were examples of method of preparation for both aldehyde and ketones. Okay, write B part. Method of preparation of aldehydes only. All if you're done writing this statement now, let me know if you're not. Method of preparation of aldehyde only. Write the first reaction.
Can you scroll up?
Number 1, Rosenmund reduction. Please write with me. Acid chlorides are converted to aldehydes by catalytic hydrogenation. In the presence of in the presence of palladium over barium sulfate. Please write the reaction. We have R, C double bond O, Cl. When you treat this with H2 in the presence of PD BaSO4, we get RC double bond O and hydrogen. This is acid chloride. This is aldehyde. This reaction is also used to produce benzaldehyde. Cl. In the presence of H2 or PDBaSO4, we get benzaldehyde. It is benzoyl chloride. Benzoyl chloride. This is benzaldehyde. Okay, these reactions are very important for conversions. Please remember these reactions. Done? Done, guys?
So 1 minute.
Okay.
Yes, sir, done.
Right, next. Second is Stephen reduction. Please write with me. Alkyl nitrile, alkyl nitriles, when reduced with stannous chloride, reduced with stannous chloride and hydrochloric acid, in ether gives in ether. First of all, it is going to give you imine, or we call it aldimine. Gives aldimine or aldimine, and on further hydrolysis gives aldehyde. So we start with R, C triple bond N. First of all, SnCl2 in the presence of HCl. In this case, we are going to use dry ether, and then you are going to get R, C, double bond. Okay, this will be CH, double bond NH. So one hydrogen to nitrogen and one hydrogen to carbon. On further hydrolysis, we are going to get aldehyde, that is R. CH था पहले से ही, this double bond O. Write some more examples. Same number of carbon atoms, 1, 2, 3. This will be CHO. Also works if you want to prepare benzaldehyde. This is known as benzonitrile. This is benzaldehyde. Sorry. Done, guys? Yes or no?
Wait, sir, I'm writing.
Okay, right. Okay, Stephen, please remember the Stephen very easily. Stephen, you have N. Converts Cn, you have N. Using SnCl2. N repeatedly है यहाँ पे. कौन सा अलंकार है ये? हिंदी पढ़ा है किसी ने? All of you must have learned Hindi till 10th standard, right?
I assume not.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. अलंकार पढ़ा है आप लोगों ने? अलंकार?
I have no idea, sir.
हाँ ठीक है भाई, आपने नहीं पढ़ा है. ठीक है, बाकी लोग जो पढ़े उनसे पूछ रहे हैं. अलंकार पढ़ा है आप लोगों ने?
Sir, I forgot, but I know the name.
शायद हाँ.
खालिद को याद है अलंकार पढ़ा है. कौन सा अलंकार होगा जब आपके पास जैसे चंदू की चाची ने चांदनी चौक में चांदी चम्मच से, व्हाट टाइप ऑफ अलंकार इज दिस? इंग्लिश में क्या बोलते हैं इसको? इंग्लिश में बोलते हैं आई थिंक इट इज एलिट्रेशन और समथिंग. अरे
Yes, sir.
चाल
Alliteration.
alliteration, okay, but these things are known as what? Alliteration, simile, personification, these come under a bracket. एक इसके अंदर आता है, क्या बोलते हैं उसको?
Figure of
अलंकार. figure of speech. No, figure of speech. No, not figure of speech, but something related. Figure of speech or something else. Maybe figure of speech. I don't remember exactly. Figures of speech only. Figure of speech. Correct answer. Figure of speech. Done. उमर लिख लिया आपने? अनुप्रास अलंकार. It is NNN. Okay. So it helped me. It's not a trick. Stephen converts CN using SnCl2. Got it, Umar? Stephen converts CN using SnCl2.
They're using?
SnCl2. Stannous chloride, na? SN.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Right. Third, using Dibal H. Isobutene, aluminium hydride, yeah, Dibal H. Please write nitriles and esters. Can be reduced with mild reducing agent. Mild reducing agent such as diisobutene, aluminium hydride. To imine, and on further reduction, and on further hydrolysis, gives aldehyde. They can ask, gives aldehyde. What is Dibal H? You have aluminium. Aluminium makes 3 bonds. One of the bond is with hydrogen. The other two bond is with isobutene. What is isobutene? If you have this is isopropyl. If you have any connection from here, point of attachment is this. For butyl, you need to have how many carbons? 4 carbon atoms. So this is 4th carbon atom, and the point of attachment will be from here. So please write like this. The first carbon atom, second carbon atom, and third and fourth carbon atom. Okay. This is also. See, iso के लिए, if the point of attachment is this carbon, this is isopropyl. For isobutyl, the point of attachment, you will prepare butyl like this, 4 carbon atoms. Point of attachment will be this. For isopentyl, 5 carbon atom like this, and then the point of attachment will be this carbon atom. This carbon atom. Okay. This part is constant. Now please write the reaction. If you have RCN, first of all, you use Dibal H. Second step is hydrolysis. You get RCHO. Now again, Dibal H is also very important, because even if you have double bonds, this will not hinder or not affect your double bond anyhow. Also write example for Easter. Is 3 plus. It is going to give you this complete thing will be off. Okay, this will be removed and you will get double bond O and hydrogen. Do one thing here, just write water. No need of acid here. Done, guys?
Yes, sir, done.
That's it for today. Okay, we'll meet on Thursday now, and we'll do the rest of method of preparation of aldehyde and ketones. On Thursday, this aldehyde ketones method of preparation will be completed. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Take care. अच्छा एक सेकंड आप लोग की छुट्टी कब स्टार्ट हो रही है? विंटर वेकेशन या फिर एग्जाम की प्रिपरेशन के लिए? नबील अहमद, आप बताइए।
So December 27.
December 27 मोहम्मद उमर, और उससे पहले आपका क्या एग्जाम वगैरह है?
Yes, sir. Full exams.
Okay, fine. Nabil, you tell me, when is your start?
Sir, I think around December 23rd, I think, sir.
Okay. आस्था का तो छुट्टी स्टार्ट हो गया समझ लीजिए। हिश्मा, what about you?
Sir, on 24th.
24th. Khalid, what about you?
सर शायद 24 या 22 से।
Okay. How many of you have? Okay. How many of you have pre-board before the vacation? Or I would say in December, कितने लोगों का है pre-board? Raise your hand if you have pre-board in. Hishma has pre-board. आस्था का तो पता है। उमर, आपका भी है, right? Hishma, your school is still going on?
Yes, sir.
Syllabus नहीं complete है अभी?
No,
Syllabus हो गया revision?
revision then.
Okay, revisions only. You are going to school?
Yes, sir.
Can't miss it.
No, sir, because physics syllabus is not over.
अच्छा, physics syllabus is not over. Offline है ना school तो?
Yes, sir.
When is your pre-board?
So 8th December.
8th December. Any idea आपका ये physics का कब खत्म होगा?
So we are doing the last chapter probably this week.
This week, okay. Uh, अच्छा, also raise your hand if you can attend some extra classes from 8:30 p.m. KSA.
Sir, on which day?
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
How many hours?
1 hour, 1 hour.
And what all chapters will you be covering in those extra classes?
The chapter coordination in compounds mainly.
I'll be doing
Okay.
that, and then DNF block,
Okay.
those chapters.
Will you do them in regular classes afterwards, or will you only
Yeah.
do them?
Yeah, no. I will do them in regular classes also.
And how long will that take?
In regular classes,
Yes, sir.
regular classes, it can take a bit of time. That is why if I will do that on this extra classes, no, then
Maybe
it
in
will
end of
be
December, right?
it will end on December though.
These extra classes.
Extra classes, normal classes. I mean, after December you will be having revisions.
Okay.
Okay. So the only thing is that if you are done with these things in extra classes, when you attend them in regular classes, it will take less time, and we'll be more focusing on the questions.
So in extra class, we won't focus on questions.
No, extra class also will focus on questions. But I'm saying that once, because एक बार आपका देखा हुआ रहेगा ना, so explanations में आपको time नहीं लगेंगे वहाँ पे regular classes में. Others cannot attend. Only Asthan, सिर्फ आस्था ने ये किया. What about others? अच्छा